Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your son, most Arnold Toaster, coming live. This is episode 75 of Road to 2000 ELO in chess. Let's hop right into it. I've watched a YouTube video before this, so I'm going to count that as my practice. Like I said in my last video, it is finals week, so I've been super busy. My apologies for not uploading quite as much as I should be, but not much of a choice. Just been really busy. So I do have a very special episode coming up very soon. I'm excited to tell you guys about it, and I don't know if I should keep it a secret or not, but we will be doing a live episode pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, live. We will be live. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it yet. Probably sometime over the break, which will be starting this Friday, about 2 weeks long. So I'll keep you guys updated. But whenever I do it, I will let everyone know, so that way you guys can be as involved as possible. Alright, I'm thinking about pushing the pawn here, unlocking my bishop. My question is, where's he going to put his bishop? Very likely that he tries to go to g5. So we could try to stop that. I don't see much of a point with g4, or f4, I mean. So if we want to stop him from going here, it might be nice to actually play h6 first. I would really like to get this pawn out, but let's see, if he moves here and I block, then that's going to be, well, actually that'll help, because that'll allow us to build up our pawn on e5. So let's actually go ahead and wait. But this, let's see, he can't take. So if I go here and then he moves here, I'll have to take first. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So let's go and push the pawn. Take control of the center. He's unable to take because I'm currently pinning the queen. However, if he decides to go for this trade, that's going to be weakening this pawn, so we're going to have to watch out for that. He might push this pawn up, making us move back. After that, he will be able to take if he were to trade first. So we just have to be a little careful. Interesting move, he decides to go to e3. Not really sure what that accomplishes. Perhaps he's wanting me to open up the e-file. I think we'll just continue our development. We'll probably play d4 at some point, but we do want to get our king to a safer spot first. So first, let's go ahead and protect this pawn a little more. I'm not super comfortable with where it's currently at. And then we'll move up the knight. Probably to g6, just so that way I can cover my bishop. And then we will go ahead and castle. I forgot to play music for you guys. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Silly me. I am recording the right screen, right? I am. Thank goodness. Guys, let me know in the comments what kind of music you want to listen to as you watch. I always play the same thing, but that is definitely not it. My apologies about the ads. They are definitely not sponsors, nor will they ever be. There you go. Listen to some nice classical music while we're at it. Okay, he decides to push the pawn. We're not afraid of him taking because we're covered at the moment. Plus, we'd be threatening this guy over here. So I think we're just going to continue developing. Where do we want to place our knight is the question. We could try pushing this pawn. But then he would just advance his knight. So I kind of want to place my pawn here. Lots of decisions, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of decisions. I would like to push, but then you'll probably just move here. And then maybe try to push him away. Then he has nowhere to go, so that would actually be a bad decision for him. Why do I feel like this is a bad choice, though? I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Let's go ahead and advance the pawn, make him push back. I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit on that, sorry. Let's make him fall back and cut off his rook and queen a little bit more. Well, he can't push back, actually. Because I'm pinning his queen. So he's in a rough spot at the moment. We're well protected, so I think we are doing fine. Hopefully we win this knight. Take. He'll have to take with the pawn, open himself up. And then at some point, hopefully we'll go bishop to g5. But we'll see. Let me get my Kirkland water. I almost forgot. That's it's a requirement, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have Skittles, which is your #1 promoter in elevating your chess ELO, Kirkland water is a #2. So let me go. All right. Okay, threatens our pawn, which I think we could just cover with our knight. We're really in no hurry here because he's still pinned. So I think we're just going to go ahead and cover our knight. Let me just make sure. Take. He goes here. Well, actually, we probably should just go ahead and take him now. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take him, and then we'll bring up our knight after that. Oh, but maybe a queen move would be a little better. I can't protect this knight with my queen. This guy can't really do much, I feel like. Move here, he takes. Place him in check. Yeah, I don't feel like that sacrifice would really be worth it. So let's do the thing that's the most simple. Let's just go and protect the pawn. We're up by 2. We're in a good position. Let's not ruin it. I could place my queen here. That would be threatening this bishop if he moves his knight. It would also be threatening this pawn. But I really want to start an attack since he has an open field in front of his king. So I'll probably keep the queen on the king side. Okay, a little bit of a strange move. I suppose it's just so that he can earn my pawn. Take, take, take. So let's just go ahead and cover the pawn somehow. Can we cover the pawn? We can, I think. I mean, I don't really like that position, because then he'll be threatening my queen, and I feel like he could get into some surprising spots. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But we want to trade on our own terms, right? So I would really like to protect this pawn somehow, but I'm actually not really seeing a way that we can do that, which is a little bit on the sad side. This would actually be helping us, because we would be able to get closer to attacking his king. So we're actually going to let him do that. Yeah, he'll be gaining a pawn, but we have 2 bishops and a queen going for that king. Okay, he takes first. I guess his knight isn't really doing much at the moment. He is weakening this square though, so let's just go ahead and protect that knight. But then we won't be able to get our queen out, is the problem. But I think going here would be the most logical spot. I would also like to take control of the e-file. We have an open e-file. What am I missing? I could go here and win the knight. We're gonna do that, because I really don't like this knight. And then, yeah, he might take, but then we'll have a direct course for attacking that king. I definitely feel like I've made some mistakes in these last few moves, but what if we were to place him in check now? That wouldn't really do anything. So we're going to take. We're currently threatening 2 of his bishops, and we have a good square to place him in check with. We also have an opportunity to take this pawn, so we're in a very good spot at the moment. And I haven't even taken any of my Kirkland water yet. Oh! Brand new. Completely pure. Okay, order of events here. Do we take this bishop, who's not really threatening much? Do we go for the pawn, or do we take back first? I'm thinking we just take back. That way we're still threatening everything else. Let's do that. I don't like opening myself up like that, because then he's going to be moving his rook, getting me in a corner. And I'd like to stay here. Can move here and then possibly take. Oh, wait, we could just go here and then take him back. That would be way better. We're gonna do that, duh. Wait, he's gonna block. Take, take, take. Are we down a piece now? Because, yeah, he'll just block. No, he didn't. Okay. I was gonna say, I feel like we just made a mistake there, but now we're fine. Okay, let's take with the queen so that we still have this option. And we gotta bring out our other rook. So we're up a full piece at the moment. So things are looking very good for us. Okay. I think we should just bring our other rook in while we can, instead of going for this guy. Because even once we do take, we don't have an opportunity for checkmate quite yet. We could go here next. Try to really scare him. Actually, maybe I should while we can. Yeah, let's actually go in for the attack while we can. I'll move here. And then we'll try to set up an attack of some sort. Okay, that's fine. It's not making any threats. So we'll move here. That'll just be a trade with the queen, though. So maybe we'll hold off on the attack for a moment, and now we'll bring in the other rook. Because if he goes here, then we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. If he goes here, we'll probably just trade the queens, actually. I don't want him to control this file. I would much rather control it. Yeah, because if we try to go in for a checkmate... Oh, okay. Alright, we need to start speeding things up here. So let's bring in the other rook. We can't go for the trade now, but I think that's fine. Whoa, what kind of ad are we watching, ladies and gentlemen? Alright, so I gotta hone in and focus here. Okay, let's go and take the trade. And then we'll move our bishop back to f5. That'll stop the pawn. We'll be able to protect it with our pawns. And we'll be up a full piece. I've been playing fairly slowly this game, but I just feel like it's because I've made some mistakes in the middle game. Especially with that move where I decided to place him in check. I think he could have covered with the bishop and been up. Okay, so we might push here. If he does, then I think we'll push our pawn and then bring this guy over. Okay, he wants to go for the trades. That's fine. We're okay with trading. We'll push this pawn next. We do want to cover these two pawns if possible, but the only thing that really matters in a rook and pawn endgame is making a queen. So whoever can make the queen first is going to win. It doesn't really matter how many pawns you take, as long as you have a pawn continuing to go up the board, going for that queen, then that is what matters the most. I suppose if he goes here, we could also just take, yeah. Okay, he does have some pressure coming down the center here, though. I don't really like that. Now might be a good time to stop him. So let's try to take. We are going to have to be careful about him coming down on the E file, though. Watch out for the back row checkmates. Checkmates. So I think I'm going to go ahead and push this pawn first. So let's go ahead and cover our king. Make sure we're okay to move our rook. He does start coming in. So let's go here, make a move. We're able to take this pawn. Unless he moves over here. Which he does. Okay, let's not blunder this. Now we're going to shoot for right here. Maybe we should be attacking the king instead. But I'd really like to make sure that he can't promote to a queen here. These two pawns are doing good work. I appreciate them. But he does have a passed pawn. So now he's just going to push here next. Let's stick with the plan. Let's move here. Start placing him in check. And then I think our bishop will be able to come in and take care of that pawn. If not, maybe I'll move my king over. I don't know, like this pawn may not look like much, but he is 3 squares away from causing some serious damage. He won't be able to protect this pawn any longer once this pawn moves here, though. Unless he sets it up really well, which he can at the moment because my bishop is covering this square. But hypothetically, what you want to do is move here. Okay. I'm playing too slowly. Obviously, we need to take that. Okay, we need to speed things up. So we're gonna block. But then it's gonna be rook versus bishop endgame. That will be a little tougher. And I can't go here. I'm gonna have to bring in my king. Which is fine. I mean, we're still winning, but I'll probably go for this pawn. But if he moves away, then we'll take. And then maybe we'll start placing him in check. Not liking how this endgame's going. Let's make sure he can't take my bishop. We can take this pawn once he moves. We'll see where he goes. He might move here, start to break up my pawns. Man, I do not like how I'm playing this game. Let's just get rid of these guys. At least I'm running his clock down. Like I'm definitely way lower on time than I'd like to be, but Move here. I should have gone here, actually. But that's fine. I think we're going to be able to take this pawn next. Okay, we're up by 5. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, I'm gonna go back over here and protect my pawns. It's a long game. Okay, take this pawn, and then we're fine, we're chilling. Just start pushing this pawn. I mean, we are very well protected at the moment. If he like tries to attack this pawn, then I'll probably just move here. So now we're blocking his king from pursuing any further. I think this game is over. Yeah, he's stuck. He can't really do much of anything at the moment. My brain is like spazzing out right now. Okay, we're good. Sorry if that scared some of you guys. Definitely playing a little more risque than I should be. Let me just make sure we don't accidentally get a draw on this guy. That would stink. Okay, and that's the game. Man, I'm like stiff after that. I was doing some crazy stuff there. Oh shoot, look at this guy. He's trying to get a draw on me. How dare he? Alright, let's do an analysis. I'm not super happy with how that game went, but it is what it is. A win is a win, I guess. I just gotta chill. You know? I gotta chillax. Okay, maybe we did better than I thought. 92% accuracy. He also played fairly accurate. But let's see what all the hullabaloo was about. Okay, we played a strong opening. We did make a big blunder here. Take. It's because he wins a pawn. Should have seen that. Thankfully, I was able to protect myself. I was able to win the knight. That's ultimately what gave us the game. Was pushing that pawn up, so I'm glad we did. So his king was weakened. Tough spot for him. We did make the right choice here. I'm a little confused why him going here wasn't bad for us, though. Shoot, we gotta do this. So it does say to take. He takes us back. And then we take... Are we not down in material? It says we're down by 1. He's in check, though. And then we just, like, start attacking, it looks like. What the heck? Is it trying to make me get a draw or something? Okay, so I guess we did make the right move. Right there. But I was a little afraid that we were in trouble. So overall, after that, we were up by 2, then 3, really exposing his position. Looks like we had a near checkmate. Could have brought our rook into the game instead of just trading the queens off, which makes sense because there's this vulnerable square after that. Yeah, I'll probably just take. Yeah, it's tough to get a checkmate with a queen and a bishop, though, unless their pawns are like this. Triangle formation. But anyway, let's wrap up the analysis and then we'll head into another game. So we played the right moves there. We were up by 3. He was completely exposed. Trade off the queens, which looks like wasn't the best choice, but I was so low on time. I was just like, yeah, whatever. I was able to successfully stop him from making a queen. Thank goodness, because that would have been terrible. And then we danced around for longer than I'll care to admit. But eventually we got the checkmate. Alright, let's do another one. Hopefully it's not quite as ugly. I'm really hoping. By the way, guys, sponsor for today's video is Skittles. Make sure you go check them out at skittles.com. Taste the rainbow. Use code TOAST for no benefit whatsoever. Okay, let's go with Roy Lopez again. Because why the heck not? I know the London pretty well, along with the Roy Lopez. I know the Italian a decent amount. Should probably learn some more openings, but I want to get my ELO up before I really experiment. Okay, what's this? The perk? Or is this the... What's the perk? This? Not really sure. But, he's giving us control of the center. So, of course, we're going to take that. Maybe go here. Yeah, let's just take control of the center while we can. Where should we place our bishop? Going here is going to expose us king, I guess, so we could try that. It's a good spot for a queen now. That would not work well. Could move here and then push the pawn. I think let's try that, because then he would have to lose his castling privileges. So I'm thinking we move here, push the pawn, have a little exchange-a-rooney. Wait a sec. No, that won't work, because if he took, then... Yeah, that's not going to help us. Alright, let's just move the queen. Probably defends this bishop. So let's just go here. Preparing to castle. We have this route open for our bishop if we need it. Possibly a weak pawn. Okay, we're going to be castling on other ends. He does a little bit of a... I'm spacing on the name. He does a little bit of a King's Indian defense. I would really like to push this pawn. I don't want to lose my queen. Let's just go ahead and castle. Do what makes the most sense. You know what? This is what I should have done. In the King's Indian, it is awesome if you can get rid of this dark squared bishop. So I think that would have been the best move, actually. Hopefully I still have the chance to do it. I don't see why not. Unless he goes for this pawn, I guess. But yeah, we want to trade off that dark squared bishop. We do. It's a very strong piece when it comes to the King's Indian defense. Dang it. Okay. We could go here. Or we could just block. I think we'll just block. Because, yeah, I should have done that first before castling. But we still have the opportunity. Probably bring out... Okay. Wants to bring out his knight. Should be fine. Take, take, take. If he takes, and then I go here, take. Let's go ahead and just take him. Allow him to bring out that knight. I don't really like that too much, because then he could land on this juicy square. Our pieces aren't super well developed either, but again, I really like this idea. I'm stuck on it, because that is one of the main ways to attack for the King's Indian. So alright, let's go and take that trade. He might not actually trade it. We'll have to see. I would assume he does, but because if he didn't, if he allowed us to take, he'd be placing his king here, which would be a little dangerous in case he had to move his knight at any point. So I would assume he's going to take, but let's see. Yeah. Okay, obviously he's wanting to move to this square. Oh no. Can we really not stop that? I don't think we can. Oh, that's horrible for us. I can't move here. I can't move here. Dang. Well, that kind of stinks. Heck, I think there's only one safe square, and that's right here, which is absolutely terrible. Wait a second. I could go here. Why am I scaring myself? We're fine. We're fine. Stop freaking yourself out, Toast. There's just no need for it. There's just no need for it. You don't need the extra stress in your life. Okay. Next, we really do want to get our pieces out. Yeah, so he takes over that square. Kind of figured he would. We're just going to trade that off and then get our bishop out. We can't go here, though, because then he would just take our pawn. Go here and then open this up, I suppose. Let's do that, because then we'll be able to attack using our rook and queen. But he's threatening this guy. Go here. He takes, take, and then he takes this guy. I mean, no. Yeah, we're fine. Let's just do this. We're fine. We're fine. We'll probably just get him to back off. Place our knight here at some point for this awesome square, soon to be awesome square for us. But yeah, if we're doing trades, we want it to be on our terms, as Daniel Naroditsky says. Okay, so he's going to go back. He's going to take over that square that I like so much, which is a real shame. But maybe we'll move our queen into a spot where we can take him once he moves his queen. So possibly go here. Could also move our rook. So let's bring the queen in. That prevents him from pushing this pawn. It attacks the knight. I think the only really good move he has at the moment is to move his bishop, which has no good squares. Okay. Interesting move. Thinking we move here and then bring in our rook. Well, we would have to trade off the queens first, which is fine. He's much more blocked in than we will be. So we're getting ourselves set up for a nicer endgame. Double stack pawns is a little annoying when we're trying to attack, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, we want to get our other rook in now. Just trying to break up our defense, I guess. Thinking we just move here. And maybe double attack this pawn with our rooks. Okay, doesn't want that. He has a light squared bishop at the moment. So let's play things safe and cover this bishop before we bring this guy in. Now that we're in the endgame, it's all about taking those pawns. Okay, we have to take that, which is fine. Weakens his position. Changes things a little bit. Fortunately, we can't bring in our light squared bishop for the attack. We could go here just for funsies, but I think it would be much stronger to try and take this pawn. Okay. Now we're gonna do it for fun, because putting people in check is fun. And then we'll move here. And hopefully win this pawn, but we'll see. Just be careful here. Okay, defends. I don't want to open things up because my king is right here. I want to take advantage of his king being in the wide open. So possibly move here. He would move here. That wouldn't really do much for us. How do we get our light squared bishop to be more active? Just not sure. He's blocking. These double pawns are blocking my bishop in. Me no likey. Maybe we do need to open things up. Decisions. Yeah, if we go here, that's not gonna do much of anything. Could go here and threaten this guy. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe if he comes here, then we'll move here. Try to take these pawns out. I don't like where they're sitting. So now he'll probably push, opening things up. I don't know how much of the issue this is actually solving. We're being way more aggressive than he is, though, and that's always a good thing, I feel like. Okay, that allows our bishop to get out. So that's nice, at least. But now his bishop is also gonna be getting out. Yeah, my pieces just are not doing much. Gotta figure out a way to do more. That's just not going to do anything. But heck, we're going to do it anyway, because why the heck not, ladies and gentlemen? Why the heck not? How are we only 1320? It's probably because whenever a lot of the time when I play, it's just like when I'm watching TV and I'm not paying attention, and then I lose, ELO, and I'm like, frick, that was pointless. So I gotta stop doing that. I gotta only play when I'm like making videos or really sitting down, paying attention. I'm hungry. I haven't had lunch yet. 3 o'clock. My goodness. Okay, now we have to move. Which pawn? I suppose this pawn makes the most sense. He has a light squared bishop, so we want to keep those light squares protected with our little pawn fortress. And then, I don't know, maybe we will open things up just because I don't know what else to do. Okay, is he able to take a pawn? Me no likey on that. Okay, let's open things up. Maybe I'm being silly, but I'm waiting for this opportunity. I'm really hoping that I can do something here. Where I place him in check, he moves, and I could take one of these two pieces. But we'll see. I'm not playing this endgame super well. I'm just not playing well in general today. So we'll probably just call this a wrap. I mean, we're almost at an hour, so. After this game, we'll probably call that good, though. Gotta go eat some lunch. I think we're in a better position than he is, just because he is just staring at this pawn, this pawn right here. Okay. Probably not the best idea, but I'm going for it. I wish I could go here. We got this, people. We got this. I don't like what's going on over here, though. Just threaten this bishop. And then maybe move here and then take the bishop? Let's try that. Unless he just moves back and keeps moving back and forth. Yeah, if he takes this pawn, I don't like that position, but he's going to have to move his bishop first. So maybe we should use that opportunity to block in this pawn. Protecting this guy. And then we'll see if on our next round we can, on our next turn we can take that bishop. I really don't think he'll let us though, because he's just going to move back. This is going to be a closer game than I thought, ladies and gentlemen. I thought we were good, but it's looking kind of close. Looking kind of close. We'll see. I need to line these two up somehow. I don't see that happening in an easy way though. Just try to scoop up these pawns. Maybe we'll try to make a pass pawn over here. Because these guys are all well protected. Bro, what's up with this music, bro? Go back to the calming, slow stuff. Okay, now we're up by 2. Hopefully up by quite a bit in a moment. Okay, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Man, I can't believe we're only 13:20. Like, when I do that live stream, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ham in the paint. we want to block off his king from getting any closer. So let's move here. Then once he comes over here, I think we'll push. But yeah, just block off the king. Don't let him interfere in our excellent work. And we'll be fine. Let's move this guy first. Take this pawn while we're at it. Okay. Move here and then here. Are we messing this up? I feel like I just messed up. Okay, we're fine. If he goes here, we'll go here, and we'll just push this pawn and win. Especially with landing on a light square, I think we'll be fine. Oh man, we're blocking ourselves off though. Let's keep his king in his little box here. Yeah. Hide behind this pawn, I guess. Guys, I'm sorry that my endgames take forever. Thankfully, he blundered. So we can just wrap it up there. Alright, let's take a look at how we did. I don't have a ton of experience with the perk defense. I should probably study that out a little bit more, but we held our own. We survived. Alright, let's see. Perk defense, burn variation. Okay, we played a decent opening. Let's see what it's going for here. Why am I up by so much? Is it this move that I do next? I don't think so, because it doesn't jump up to 4.8 until later. Is this the best move? Is that what it's telling me? To take. Ooh, that's kind of nice. You can just look right there. Let's see why, though. He takes back. Oh, it's because my rook was backing up my queen, so a queen trade would have been just fine. I see. So take, he wouldn't have been able to take. He would have done some random move. And then I'm up a pawn. More than a pawn. I'm up by 4. 3, whatever. Okay, well that makes sense. Yep, I didn't activate you, Siri. Okay, So, I should have seen that. Should have practiced it out in my mind. Take, he wouldn't be able to take, because then I could take, put him in check. He's in a bunch of trouble. Then I take his bishop. We would have been doing great. I did trade off the bishops. Apparently that wasn't a great idea. But I think it's worth it in the long game when they play the King's Indian. Now, I'm not sure why we're down here. Because we have more control. Maybe it's because our rook's in the corner? I'm not sure. I thought that we were in a better position here, but apparently not. Well, we keep working at it. Missed some things in the end game. Huh? Oh. So I guess we could have taken a pawn here, because he couldn't take back, or else I would have taken his rook. Overall, the game's pretty even. And then I get my big break right here. This really helps me out. Then I'm able to get into that sweet spot where I can take his bishop, and then that's where the game is basically over. Okay. Well, that's 13:25 now. Again, guys, I will be doing a live stream where I play for probably for 4 or 5 hours, just because I'm a little tired of how long it's taking me to get to 1400. I really gotta stop playing on the couch. I was at 1331 July 13th, and now it's the end of July, so that just shows how silly I've been. But 1400 coming soon. I'll let you guys know when the live stream is. You guys can come in and just tell me how much you love me, all that fun stuff. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, favorite, comment, share, all that fun stuff. Go check out our sponsors for today, which is Kirkland Water, only found at Costco.com, and Skittles, only found at Skittles.com. Thank you so much for your support. I'll catch you guys next time when we march forward towards 400 some more. See ya.